everyone, Abby here with Purple Cottage Crafts, and this is the second video for the journals that I've made that are going to be up for sale. So I'm going to be calling these the butterfly journals because there's a butterfly stamped on each of the front ones. The other four are my floral journals, and I'm not sure which video is going to go first, but if you're interested in looking at that video in case there's one of those journals that you want to purchase, go ahead and check out that video. I'll put a card up here as well as a link in the description box below. So before I get into each one, I want to share with you what is going to come with each journal. So each one is going to come with this craft large glassine bag, and I'm going to tuck inside one of these altered embellishment bags that I made. Some are going to be the paper and some are going to be the glassine. These are going to be completely random, so if you want to purchase a butterfly journal A, then it's going to be kind of like a gamble as to which one you're going to get, because I'm just doing these randomly because they're all different. And what's inside here are 2 sheets of wax paper that I've embossed using different embossing folders from Spellbinders. And then there's 4 napkins in here so far, but I went to Tuesday morning earlier this week and I found some more. So I'm going to include more of these napkins in here. So there's going to be at least 4 at the minimum, but I'm going to add some more. So I don't know how many I'm going to do. It'll be another 4, another 2, whatever, you know, because it's going to be kind of a random thing. So these are the different embellishment bags, and I'll show them to you up close here. I do have a video where I showed you how I made these altered bags. I will link that below in case you want to see that video. And here, 2 more. And then the last one here. And these are decorated with Monami Gabby products. So really pretty fun stuff. And let me get these off to the side, and we'll go ahead and get on into the journals so you can take a peek. So these are going to be lettered A, B, C, D. Okay, that way it's a bit easier for you to tell me which journal you would like to purchase. And I'll get into the price and everything after I show you each one. So this is journal A. Get these stacked up over here, and each one comes with this kind of a ratted kind of distressed cotton tie. This is not adhered to the journal, so you can use this on a different project if you want, or create your own closure, or use them as I have them. So the construction of the journals is all the same as far as like the fabrics, the you know, the cover decoration is all the same, except for these are like different hues of greens. Here you can see like this one's a lighter green, but basically the design is the same. And this is the spine, and this is the back, and on the back I have my little signature piece right there. A really cute wood button. It says handmade with love, of course, topped off with some purple yarn, and then Purple Cottage Crafts, and then my signature there. And this is, I typed this on my typewriter, so I thought that was kind of a fun different thing to do. So here we are with the first one, and journal A, butterfly journal A, and let me zoom in so you can really get a good peek at what's inside. So each one of these journals, there's been a lot of work put into these. Each page has been I distressed it and I cut it to different sizes. Then I added gesso, a light coat of gesso to all the pages, and as well as on the edges of the pages. You can kind of see the texture there. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So this one says dare to spread your wings. And that's really cute one, I thought, from Prima. So here's the first part, and each journal has a pocket structure in the front with some tags. Each pocket is different in each journal, as well as the different papers and things of that nature, just so they kind of have their own uniqueness. So on the front here, this is just some fabric. I had made a little collage bit down here. And then these are the tags that I put inside here. This one's really fun. It's a piece of cardstock, and it has some tulle. You can see it right there, and I made like a little pocket for these little pieces of copy paper that I snipped on the edges. And I have a video on how I do the snipping. I will link that below as well in case you want to check that one out. So there's this tag, and it's got like a little rusty clip, and this is some sari silk that I didn't dye. It's like the natural when it came to me. And this is a really cute stitched heart little tag right there. So there's still room for you to add extra tags or notes or photos, whatever you want to use this journal for. There's room in this front pocket to do that. Here's a really pretty piece of pattern paper. Again, each thing is covered with a light gesso. This is white tissue paper on the back side of this paper. So what I did is I just did a bunch of different stamping of butterflies. Thought that was kind of a cute nod to the butterfly theme off the front. And of course they're purple because that's my color. And then here's a really pretty pink page here. This side has some more random stamping. This is a watercolor postcard. Each journal from this bundle on the prior bundle all have the watercolor cardstock in here. It's like a postcard size, so you can do some different with some different watercolors if you want to do that. And this is a rusty bit with some lace tied on the top, a more tissue paper, and then this is some heart stamping. And then this really fun paper print here. This is one of my gorgeous decorative napkins that I've hauled. I love this one. It's so pretty. And I just kind of decoupage that onto the back there. And then again, a coat of some gesso on the top. Just so you know that the napkin backed paper is going to react differently than like the cardstock type paper. So that's why I want to kind of point out which ones are the napkins. A little collage bit down here in the corner, an intentional tear right here. I love that kind of distressed look. This is a combination of different Prima stamps. This is again white cardstock on the back with some tissue paper, and then the stamps are all the inks. Excuse me, all the inks are the archival inks. So when you go to add sprays, if you want, or gelatos or whatever, the stamping is not going to run because it's with the archival, or excuse me, the archival ink stamps from. Let me grab one if I have one close here. From Ranger. This is what the ink is. I forgot to mention on the first video, but I'll edit that to know that. So this is archival ink. You're going to see all the stamping, everything is from that ink, so it's safe to do some sprays and whatnot on. Here's just another really cute kind of pink wood. Here's another really pretty fun stamp there. I love this paper here too. Here I put like a little, kind of like a tuck spot, but it's a little bit larger than my normal tuck spots, I guess you could say. This is actually a piece of canvas, and I've run it through my embossing folder, and you can see a really cool texture. And I just did some inking on the top, and then just did some stitching here. And then this one has different papers in here that you can use for whatever you want to use them for. So you can embellish them, you can, you know, make tags out of them, whatever you want. This is another beautiful napkin. I love these so much. They're so pretty. Again, just a light coat of some gesso. Backside, vintage dictionary paper, coffee dyed doily in the center, and this is some flour sack, a scrap from some flour sack towel I was using, and then this is some fabric tape, and this is from Maya Road fabric washi tape. And there's that. And then here's working on the last part, that beautiful napkin again. This is just a couple different types of trims I put there. More stamping. This stamp is from Foxy Fix. Again, it's with the archival ink stamp. This is another rusty clip here. This one's holding a coffee dyed piece of paper that I've crumpled and laid flat. This is something I've done for, oh my goodness. This kind of technique is like super old. I mean, it's not my idea at all for sure, but this is kind of a nod back to when I was still doing like general scrapbooking. And then just got that clip there. Other half of that other stamped page. A little collage bit here at the tuck spot. This is the same coffee paper, but it's flat and it's just cut in to half like this. You can make a little notebook out of it if you want to, whatever you like to do with that, of course. Creative freedom is yours. And then all of the journals include this coin envelope. I have closed with just some washi tape, but what's inside, each one's different. It's like little strips of phrases, like positive affirmations, things like that. I didn't ink them, I didn't distress them. They're for yours to do whatever you want to do with them. So that's what's inside there. And this will tie off a little bit of fabric on that one. And some more stamping, and this is another rusty clip here, and these are just some different random pieces of scraps of paper, some from this journal, some from prior journals. These again are not inked or distressed, so you can use it however you want to use them. I like to kind of call these longer thin ones like my inspiration strips, because I like to put positive affirmations and things on my whenever I'm journaling. So this is the back of Journal A. This is just a large piece of coffee paper clip, so you can use that in your journal if you want to do that. So that is Journal A for the butterfly journal. And we're going to go to Journal B. Get this untied. Again, the front is exactly the same, just the color of that Prima flower is a little bit different. So You can see the thickness and all the texture. You of course can cut the threads off if you don't like that. So this one here, this is the front pocket. This one's a glassine sack, and what I did is just put some fabric washi tape there, and these are some different cards or tags that I made. Well, I didn't make this one, but I made this one here. So you can use these for whatever you want to use them. Wrapped around the back there. I put some paper. I did put that little piece of pattern paper on the back. I thought that was kind of cute there. So the cool thing about this glassine pocket in the front is that I left this side flap open. This is like the gusset side of the bag, and I just tucked in some more of my inspiration strips. Now these are the cut ends of the papers that I used in the journal. So these do have gesso on them, as well as the gesso on the edges, the distressed edges. So that's why these are like that. I wanted to kind of incorporate some of the different scraps from the project. Here's the front paper. Again, this one has the watercolor paper card with a rusty paper clip and some twine on the top there. This is a resist emboss I did down here in the bottom with this little bird. Thought that was cute. And then a little tiny flap here. Got some stamping again, and this is a really pretty piece of paper. I think that's Recollections, I think. Just did some more stamping on the back. And this is a fabric little strip I did here, collage strip I did here. And this has like a little, one of my little collage bits down there. Kind of a fun thing. I thought that was kind of a cute look there. And then another decorative napkin with some more washi tape. Vintage dictionary paper. More of the fabric washi tape from Maya Road. And this is a coffee doily with a strip of fabric on the top there, or down the middle, I'm trying to say. This is a little piece of dictionary paper, vintage dictionary paper that I made to a little side pocket. Again, there's more of little strips of paper and stuff that you can use for whatever you like to. Washi tape down here on the bottom part. And this is some stamping I did on this back side of this too. This is a really pretty Finnabair stamp I use, and I think it's really, really cool. You can kind of see it. It's kind of like a ghosting in the back. I didn't want it to be too bright. And going on the back half of the journal, dictionary page, a really pretty napkin again. Another rusty clip. This has some of the, I didn't share this in this one, I don't think yet, but this is some newsprint paper I found at Tuesday morning quite a while ago. So this paper, it's rough newsprint, and it looks like this. I put a few sheets of that in each journal as well, so you can kind of experiment and do some creative play with them if you want to. So there's a couple sheets here, and it's some graph paper and some different basil pieces and stuff to use as you want to for your journal. And then another stamp there in the corner. This is another tuck spot. This has more of the same paper. I mean, not the same papers, but more of the papers in here. Little collage bit I did down there. Another rusty paper clip. This one's holding the crinkled coffee paper and the same coin envelope with the little word strips. Back here is another clip. This is a full sheet of the coffee paper, as well as some different tags and things like that. And this is the back side with the full sheet. Oh wait, no, these are strips, pardon me, these are little squares of the coffee paper that I cut up. This one here is the full sheet of the coffee paper. And this is the journal, butterfly journal, letter B. So now move on to C. I'm trying not to go too fast, you guys, but I don't want to make this too super long either. So I apologize if it's one of those two things. I'm trying to do my best. So here is the front of Butterfly Journal C. On the sides you can see the chunkiness, again on the back, and my little signature down there. So we'll start with this one. I used a vintage dictionary page for the pocket for the front of this one. Did a little bit more of my collage bits right there. This is a full sheet of the coffee paper. You're going to see them tucked into different spots for each journal, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Have a couple tags in here that I quickly made, and then I have the whole reinforcement punch from We Are Memory Keepers, and I use that to give the whole reinforcer just different look, just to kind of jazz it up, I guess, so to speak. And then here we have a really pretty paper. We're starting off with a watercolor postcard here in the front, another rusty paper clip there, and just some more paper. This is a little collage bit I did up here in the corner. Thought that was really cute with the flower die cut and all that. And just some more stamping on here. These are some sprays, and I put gesso over the top of the sprays. It's just in case you're wondering what this kind of look is. So, and then just some more paper gesso on it. This is another little pocket I made. It's like a tuck spot. You can put whatever you want to in here. The top of it has some tulle. I'm not sure if you can see that very clearly or not. There's some tulle right there. And then I just have a couple tags that I made. This is actually a piece of my copy paper in half, so like a little journal if you want to. And just tuck that in there, and you can tuck whatever you want to in there. I think that the tulle kind of gives it a really cool kind of a texture look, I think. So anyway, moving on. This one here is a side kind of a tuck spot little pocket, and I just used some really pretty embroidered trim that I have. I think it's so pretty. I actually am hoarding the rest of this, but I wanted to incorporate a little bit in there. This is just a piece of a fabric napkin I got at Target a couple of years ago. I think that's really cute to add that little bit of lace bit down there. So I did that. Here is some more of the coffee paper that I've made, along with some larger scraps of paper. More stamping. Another rusty clip. This one's holding some more paper strips. And vintage dictionary paper here with a coffee dyed heart in the center. This is just a little flower from Unported Gabby. And then this is some fabric that I stuck down the center. And then the dress pattern paper. This is actually old. This is from, I mean, like legitimately vintage. This is from my grandma's stuff whenever I got when she passed away, and she passed away when she was 94, I think it was. And a lot of her sewing things. Anyway, I digress. Here's some more paper. This is the coin envelope again. This time I just clipped it over this little flap right here, just to kind of make it a little different. This has some stamping on the envelope. And then this is a really cool page here. I did some modeling paste with a stencil, and I just kind of played around with different sprays and stuff to kind of make it look colored. So I thought that was kind of a fun little nod to the butterfly in the front. Here's another rusty paper clip with, I need to add lace to these. I forgot to do that. I'll be sure to do that. So there'll be a little bit of lace topped off on those paper clips. Here are just some more papers in here. Again, that newspaper print down there, as well as just some different cardstocks. There's some washi tape down the center of the Maya Road fabric with a little bit of lace on top of it. Did some more stamping there. And then same thing here, lace and some washi tape. And this is a collage bit up here. This is like a little, another rusty paper clip with some different tags and stuff, and a little strip of paper there. Oh, this has two, oops, I need to take one of these out. Oh no, wait a second. This one have the, I think does this one have the strips in it too? I might have put two. I did. Okay, so let me take that back one out. This explains why I was short one. I was like, I thought I made 8, so let me take this one out. I'm glad I caught that, because I'd hate for you to be disappointed and you see 2 of these in there. Only one per journal, sorry. So this has a crinkled piece of the coffee paper, and see the lace right here. I forgot to put it on these, but I'll take care of that before I package these up, of course. So this is a journal, butterfly journal C, and I'm moving on to D here. Oops, I'm trying to hurry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm always so gabby, but I really want to show you each journal up close. I mean, I like to see this stuff before I purchase it. These are some acrylic wheat sprays. I forgot to point that out. And the Prima Flower, and this is from Marion Smith. And then Unported Gabby there, and then just some more of that lace kind of tucked in there to kind of act as a little bit of filler. So that's the front again, and then this the chunky sides. I love it when the things are poking out like that. So, and for the front pocket on this last journal, I just used a scrap piece of the flour sack towel, little collage bit here, and I made some a couple. Well, this I didn't make this one. I'm gonna tell you. Right off the bat, but this is a piece of that fabric washi tape to cover the stitching on the back, and then this one I made real quick tag, and you can make this into a little tuck spot if you want, because I didn't glue this down all the way. And then these are just a couple little, you know, little journaling spots, or little whatever you want to call them, from coffee paper, and this is from the edge of the flour sack towel. So I thought those were kind of cute to incorporate into these little journals. Get that tucked inside there. And then the front flap, small one here, some more of the fabric washi. This is a piece of, I think this is from either Tim Holtz or Prim, I can't remember exactly. I used a bunch of different papers. More of the vintage dress pattern paper, full sheet of my coffee paper that I make, and then a rusty clip with the lace on top. They're I tried to make each journal have like different widths and sizes of the paper just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Again, everything has a light coat of gesso, some more washi tape there. This one here has one of my tuck spots. This is like a collagey bit. They're cheering right now. They're watching the Masters. I don't know if I mentioned this video or not. I think it's the first one. If you hear any kind of noise and cheering and clapping, my husband and daughter are watching the Masters right now. So just to explain that in case you can hear it, because I can. So this is a little collagey bit down here, and I made a little tuck spot out of this little library card that I cut out of a sheet of paper. I added some wax paper to this just to kind of give a little bit more visual interest and a little bit of texture. And then these papers are all corner rounded to kind of match this one here. So just some different random papers and that tucked in that little tuck spot there. Lots of real estate for you guys to journal, do some mixed media work, add photos, whatever you want to do with it. This is a little tag with some vintage dictionary page on the bottom. This is a cut apart that I just took off and did a little bit of washi tape on the back side there to kind of break up the white. Another rusty clip with some lace, and that's topped off with lace. I love this blue paper with the sprays and the tissue and the gesso. I just like how that looks. Fabric strip here. Vintage dictionary page again. Down the center I have a strip of paper down the center of this one. I did some hole reinforcements here with my hole reinforcer from We Are Memory Keepers. And then this is going toward the back half of the journal. Again, the washi. And then this is just a little tiny strip I added here. You can put like a little tuck spot. You can tuck something behind if you want to do like a photo or anything of your choice, of course. And then this is the coin envelope again that comes with each of them, backed up with a rusty paper clip, or clip in general. Some of my coffee paper that's been crumpled up, some graph paper. This is that newspaper I showed you that in the earlier journals. Some more washi tape here and here. This is some white. This is actually tissue paper with the hearts on it that I just kind of Mod Podged or collaged while I used gel medium. I just to put that to the back of the white cardstock. And then here we have our last rusty clip with some different tags and little scraps of paper. And then we're to the back of the journal. So these are the butterfly journals, A, B, C, and D. So D, C, B, and A. And I will mark these as soon as I'm done so I don't mix these up. So if you are interested in purchasing one or more of these journals, they are $75 each, which includes shipping, because the shipping is going to be a little bit more than normal just because of the fact that this is going to be wrapped like this, and these are a little bit on the heavy side, as well as the embellishment folder I showed you, along with some extra things that I always like to include in my whether it's a commission sale or things like this that I post a sale, or it's Happy Mail, whatever. I like to include extra little goodies so you have a little bit of a surprise when you open the package. So I have to put these in a smaller box with bubble wrap to ensure that they don't get damaged. I can't trust these in an envelope, even with a bubble wrapped envelope, because I just don't want these to get bent, torn, ripped, and have them arrive to damage. That would be like the worst thing ever for me to have that happen for you. So that's why the shipping or the total is what it is. Plus there's a lot of hand work went into these, you know, sewing them together, just everything. So that's the price I've come up with for these journals. Now if you live in international, different country, it's $75 plus shipping to where you live. I can't give you like an estimate because the pricing, of course, determines on what part of the world you live in. So these are going to be listed as my butterfly fabric journals A, B, C, D. So what you'll do is leave a comment in the comment section below saying, Abby, I'm interested in butterfly journal B, or B and D, or whatever, and then leave that comment there. As soon as you leave that comment, I want you to go ahead and send me an email to my purplecottagecrafts@gmail.com. And in that email, I need to have your PayPal information as well as your mailing address. And I will get these in the mail as soon as possible. As soon as the payment's received, I'll get them boxed up and taken to the mailbox. I'm not going to wait until all of these are sold. If this one sold first and these two are 2 days later, this one's going to get in the mail as soon as, like, the same day, unless it's like the evening that you respond to me. I'll take them to the post office the very next day, and then follow up with you with the tracking information. So that's how it's going to be. So $75 shipped in the US with all of the extra goodies I shared with you. $75 plus shipping if you're international. And if you have any questions or anything, go ahead and leave in the comment section below. And I hope you enjoyed this video and kind of some more of my handiwork. So I will see you all next time. So happy scrapping, happy planning, and happy crafting. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!